Well, it's good to have you back in my shop again. This morning, we're going to work on a little angel, an angel for Valentine's Day. I call it my Valentine Angel, and it's a layered angel. So we're going to, first of all, cut out the centerpiece, which is this section on the left here, and then we're going to cut out a couple of layers to put on top of it, make it a little bit thicker and give it a roundish quality by sanding it down. And I made a little base here too we can stand it on. Probably make a nice little decoration for Valentine's Day. Might want to paint it. You artists out there, I'm sure could do a fantastic job with this. I'm not so much an artist with the paints, so I just leave it to you people. I'll produce the wooden product, you produce the painted object when it's all done. In any event, let's get started on this. Very simple piece. We're going to cut it from 1/4 inch birch plywood, make a sample model, and you people will take it from there. Okay, the first thing we've got to do, of course, is to tape up our blanks. We've got the blanks here. I already put one section down. I'm going to completely cover this with tape, masking tape, painter's tape if you want to call it that. And then we'll cut out the first angel we're going to make, and we'll glue it down using my usual technique with the glue stick, and we'll cut that out. So let me get this all put together. I'll show it to you, and then we'll go over to the scroll saw and get to work on it. Well, I've cut out all the pieces that I need now, all the blanks. The single 1/4 inch piece here for the center portion of the angel. Didn't need to stack that at all. The other piece is going to go inside. It's going to be layered. I needed 2 of those. I put 2 of them together, and I'm going to cut them both at the same time. Stack cutting it's called. And I cut a little piece out for the base also. So we're going to go over to the scroll saw now and get to work on these. Got the scroll saw now. What we're going to do is cut out the centerpiece first. Got that on the blank here. I'm using a number 5 reverse tooth blade, which by now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm very fond of. I prefer that one. And I put a little entry hole in the wood so we can keep that thing in place while we're cutting. Basically, a very simple cut. For anyone who's new at the scroll saw, it might take you a little bit of practice on this, but it's a good opportunity to practice too. It's got the curves, it's got the little inlets you got to cut, the long stretches, it's got the arc. A lot of good practice here. It's the only way you're going to get to learn how to keep those lines straight. Again, though, when I'm cutting, I don't always stay exactly on the line. Sometimes I get ideas as I'm cutting and switch over, and I find I end up doing a little bit different than what the actual pattern was. For the most part, I think it's going to be pretty straight on this one, though. Here we go. Okay, it probably would be nice if I put the tension on. There, now it's a little better. Okay, got our first angel done. Let's move on to the stacked angels. And this one is a little flimsier on the wings, but it's meant to be smaller too, so that it fits within the layer concept here. Here we go. Okay, we got the two layers that we need. They come out identical, of course. It's one of the benefits of doing stack cutting, and those should work very nicely. And now the last thing we have to cut is the base. This is a fairly simple cut, somewhat round, actually oval. Put our blade back in, tighten it up, and start our cut. Cut a little bit outside the line if you can, that way you can use your belt sander, your disc sander to smooth it all out in the end. Okay, for the most part I've cut outside of the line. I'll show you in a little while how we do that to clean this up and make it nice and oval looking. Now let's go back to the bench. I've taken the tape and the patterns off of each of the pieces. These two are the layered pieces. They're going to go right on top of the center piece to make a nice little effect here for the angel. The only thing we have to do now is take a base, which I haven't peeled off yet, because I want to take this over to the disc sander, and I'm going to go around the edges and sand right down to the line so that I get a pretty nice looking little base for our angel. So let's go over to the belt sander right now and do that. Okay, we're over at the disc sander now, and we're going to take this and turn the disc on so it's spinning top speed, of course. Level that all off, and we're going to take that right down to the line as best we can. Here we go. Okay, we've taken that off now, and looks a lot better. So I can get this thing to focus properly. See the edge? We're right up to the line now, so that should be pretty good. I'm going to take this over to the router and go around the edge of the 1/4-inch bit, and we'll make that nice and round also. Well, we've done all the work that we need to do on cutting now. Basically what we want to do now is glue these pieces together. Now this is one of the layer sections. We're going to put that right atop the center section like that. I'm going to use some regular wood glue to do it. A little bit on the back. Don't need a lot. Just enough to get it to stick together and hold. Okay, let's see if we can get this on here. Just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to do any measuring or anything that becomes technical here. There we go. I think we got that down pretty good there. What we need to do is put some weight on it, or clamp it, either way. I think a little bit of weight will probably be enough. I'm going to take my drill here, which is a nice heavy weight. We'll sit that on top and let that dry a little bit, and then we'll turn it over and do the other side. Okay, we've got our angels all glued together nicely. What I want to do is put the base on here, but I want to be able to clamp it down, and I can't do that just freestanding because it won't hold in place. So what I've done is I got this little piece of wood, which I'm going to use as a jig sort of, and I'll put the angels on like that. First we'll muss up the bottom with some glue. Not going to need a lot of glue to hold this thing in place. Once it's down pretty good. And it's not going to be that rough worked over. So we put it right on the edge like that. And that little raise will be good for our stand here. Push our stand right up along the bottom. Try to get this as level as possible in terms of the bottom of the oval. And center it as best you can also. Then take a clamp, and it should be relatively easy to clamp this now. Get my hand out of the way here so you can see what's going on. Sort of tighten this down. That'll hold it nice and even. Alright, well that looks a lot better. Okay, we're going to let that dry for a few minutes. And we'll take it off, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay, we have our little angel all put together nicely now. Nicely layered. Makes a nice thick body for it. What I think I'm going to do now, may regret it, I don't know, is spray paint it white, and then I'm going to use some glitter all over it, make it look real fancy. I could do it in pink. It's a possibility. I'm thinking white might be better for the glitter, but we'll see. Let's take it over there and decide. Okay, over here at the paint area, I'm going to spray paint this angel with a flat white paint. Hopefully not making a mistake, but I think it'll come out pretty good. Here we go. Okay, we got that all nicely sprinkled, painted up. Now we're going to take our glitter, spray it on there, sprinkle it on there I should say, and it's looking pretty good actually. Gonna have to let it dry a little bit, and then we'll do the other side, and then we'll see what she really looks like.